What is going on, everybody? Smash Bros Pro 33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. This is an Uber's game versus HydreigonMaster635, also known as Cody. And this was a really fun Uber's game. I really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it. And the name of the game, as you will see later, is Death Fodder. And both of our teams had that one threat, and you can probably guess what it is, but no, I don't want to spoil anything yet. But I brought stuff, he brought stuff. I brought Rock Polish Genesect and Scarf Darkrai for lolsies stuff because you don't really see them that often. Extreme Killer Arceus, I have Combine Mewtwo, Specs Reshiram, and this regular defensive Groudon, and he's got threats. He's got the Zekrom, which I believe is banded. Skyman is a real threat because it outspeeds everything on my team barring Darkrai, and if I can't get the extreme speed off with Arceus and or a couple Dark Pulses with Darkrai, then Shaman is going to ruin my day. The rest of his team seems pretty manageable because Giratina can be taken care of with Mewtwo per se kind of easily, and or Darkrai. And Fortress is Fortress. I don't really care about Fortress. He's just there to set up hazards. So, without further ado, let's get on with the match, shall we? So Cody is going to lead off with his Zekrom first turn, as I am going to lead with my Mewtwo. And I thought, okay, this is a favorable matchup, but no, his ability goes first, which is a red flag. That means he's Scarfed. So I am going to switch out, go into my Groudon, not wanting to take the physical hit with my Mewtwo, obviously. And it serves as like a triple purpose. I could take the physical hit, get up my Sun, and he has to switch out. So he has to go into his Reshiram now, and this thing's in the Sun. This thing's a threat. And I'm going to go for Stealth Rock because that will cripple his Reshiram and the amount of time it switches in. And I'm just going to leave in Groudon just to see what he wants to lock himself into. And I don't really need Groudon anymore anyway. I mean, it would have been useful for Zekrom, but it's not the biggest deal that I lost my Groudon first. So I'm going to go into my own Reshiram because I know I can take the Blue Flare, even though it is in the Sun. It is quad resisted, so I can take them fairly nicely. So he's going to go into his Fortress here. Luckily for him, I go for the Draco Meteor and I miss. Luckily for him, because I mean, if I went for the Fusion Flare, would have been destroyed. Like, that would have killed like 8 Fortresses, honestly. But now he's going to be able to get the Rapid Spin off because I don't want to hit him with a resisted move. And I figure, you know, what's his face? Reshiram can't really like let Fortress set up, so he's going to go for Toxic here, as I am going to go for the Calm Mind kind of foolishly because I thought, hey, I can set up on Fortress all day long. He just has hazards, but no, he carries Toxic. And I'm going to hit him with an Ice Beam just to break the Sturdy because there's no point in going for Fire Blast in case I miss. And now he's going to go for Volt Switch. That does absolutely nothing because Fortress has pitiful special attack. And he's going to go back into his Zekrom here. And I'm a little threatened right now, but when my Mewtwo is Toxic, but he's just going to go for a Bolt Strike because he can go for those things freely now, purely because my Groudon has gone, and so I really don't have much of a choice but to leave Mewtwo in for fodder. So that leaves me with a 6-4, and I'm in a bit of trouble right now, so I have to bring in my own Darkrai, which is Scarfed, and can outspeed the Zekrom because Darkrai is naturally faster in every way, shape, and form. So now I'm going to double out because I am choice. Go into my Arceus as he decides to switch out here and go into his what's his face? Groudon. That's his name. So I'm going to set up a Swords Dance in his face. I know his Groudon can't really do much to me, but he does have the Roar. So the Chugadon just gets my what's his face? My I almost said Groudon. Arceus out of there. So now I ring in Reshiram. Something is going to die. So I'm going to just go for the Blue Flare, and I know his Reshiram doesn't want to come in case I predict and go for the Draco Meteor, because then his threat will be gone. So he has to bring in his Fortress, kind of as Death Fodder. Well, not kind of, it is Death Fodder. I mean, that's all that Fortress really is at this point, because he did set up his hazards, I think, or no, he didn't set up hazards, he put on a Toxic, that's what he did. So now I'm going to go on a Darkrai here, once again, as Death Fodder. If I could live a move all the more power in my Darkrai, but Darkrai is frail. Specs Reshiram in the sun. I didn't think so. So I have to threaten him out with my own Reshiram, and this is just a game of death fodder, honestly, because every time we get a free switch into our Reshiram, something has to come in to die. And I didn't even go for Blue Flare. I went for Draco Meteor. That's not boosted by the sun, but that just straight O-code is Groudon. I mean, Reshiram, you need to calm down, man. This is ridiculous. And now he's going to bring in his Skyman, because I am weakened at the -2. If I had gone for the Blue Flare, he would have gone into Reshiram, and this might have played differently. But I have to go out into Genesect now. But he just goes for Growth on my switch, which kind of sucks, because I really don't have anything to outspeed it and or take it out without taking a hit. So I have to take a +2 Air Slash, and I do barely, but he ends up flinching me, and I'm like, no. But it is hacks if he didn't get the flinch, because it is a 60% chance. So now I'm forced to go into my Arceus now. I know I can take a Seed Flare, not well, but I can take one, which means I'm able to get up the Swords Dance. And I can do some work with my Extreme Killer, because I need to get those priority kills off now, because none of his Pokemon have a Focus Sash, which means I can just plow through his team with Extreme Speeds. And I take out the Skyman, because Skyman doesn't really have any bulk to it. And he's going to go into Giratina now. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Claw, hoping for the crit, because I know 1 +2 Shadow Claw will not be able to take it out. But that is not the case, and he's just going to go for the Earthquake and take out my Arceus. But Arceus did the work it needed to clear the way for my Reshiram, because now it is a game of purely predictions. Well, not predictions. What am I talking about? It's a game of whether or not Cody can land the Outrage with his Sleep Talk with his Zekrom. And I was not expecting Sleep Talk, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But now he brings in the Zekrom. Okay, restart. He has Sleep Talk. He has a 1 in 3 chance of pulling Outrage. If he pulls Outrage, it's his game. First turn, he pulls Volt Switch. That really sucks, because now he has to go into his whatever he had left, his Reshiram, which means he has to fodder that off. And I know I can take it out with a Dragon Pulse, because it is Specs. It's a Reshiram. Specs, base 150 spec attack. Nothing wants to take that. So his Reshiram dies. He didn't want to do that. I mean, that was pure chance that happened. If he had pulled the Bolt Strike, I would have resisted it and taken out the Zekrom. And it would have been down to a speed attack, because we're both timid Specs. And he's going to go for Sleep Talk again. Pulls the Bolt Strike, right? Now, he also had another chance to win here, because he could have gotten the Paralysis and got the Para. It was a 30% chance, but that is not the case, as I am able to take out the Zekrom with the Dragon Pulse, and that is going to be the game. So that is an extremely narrow 1-0. Great game, Cody, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Very, very close game. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, Smash Bros. Pro 33, signing out.